The shape of the garden is rectangular in the middle and semicircular at the ends as shown in the figure. Now we need to find here the area and the perimeter of this garden. Now let's begin the solution. The length of the garden is equal to 20 meters and the breadth of it is 7 meters. We have to find the area of this garden. Now for this we need the area of this rectangular part and the area of these ends which are in the shape of the semicircle. Now let's find the area of each part. First we find out the area of this rectangular part. For this we write the measurements. The breadth of the rectangle is equal to 7 meters. But this is the diameter of this semicircular part. Therefore we write here diameter of semicircle is equal to 7 meters. Therefore the radius is equal to, we know that radius is nothing but half of the diameter, therefore 7 upon 2 which is equal to 3.5 meters. So this is 3.5 meters and similarly here also we get 3.5 meters. Now we need to find the length. So we write here the length of the rectangle is equal to the total length, that is 20 meters of the garden, minus we have to subtract these two radii. So we have to write here 3.5 plus 3.5 which is equal to 20 minus 7. So we get 13 meters as the length of the rectangle. Now we find out the area of this rectangular part. We know that the area of the rectangle is equal to length into breadth. By using this formula, we find out the area of this rectangular part. Now let's find out here. Therefore, we write here area of the rectangular part is equal to the length, it is 13 meters multiplied by breadth. Here the breadth is 7 meters. So 13 multiplied by 7 is equal to 91 square meters. Now we find the area of these ends which are in the shape of the semicircle. Now for this we know the radius as 3.5 meters. Now using this radius we find out the area of the semicircular parts. Now before that let us recall the area of the semicircle is pi r square by 2. Now using this formula we find out the area. And also the radii of the two semicircles are equal. Therefore we write here as the radii of two semicircles are equal. Now the area of these two semicircles is equal to into pi r square by 2. Now this on cancellation we have pi r square. Therefore area of two semicircular parts is equal to, now pi means 22 upon 7 multiplied by r square, that is 3.5 multiplied by 3.5. On simplification we get here the value of the area of two semicircular parts is equal to 38.5 square meters. We know that area of the garden is equal to area of the rectangular part, this, plus 2 times the area of this semicircular part. Therefore, we write here area of rectangular part plus 2 times the area of semicircular part. And we already found out the area of the rectangular part and area of the semicircular part. Now here we have area of the garden is equal to, now it is equal to 91 plus 38.5, which is equal to 129.5 square meters. So this is the area of the garden. So we write here area of the garden is equal to 129.5 square meters. Now let's see the perimeter of this garden. Perimeter of the garden is equal to sum of the 2 times this length of the rectangle and the curved length of these two semicircles. We know the length of the rectangle. Now we need to find out the curved length of the semicircle. Now the curved length of the semicircle is equal to it is nothing but half of the circumference of the circle. So half into circumference of the circle, that is half into, now we know the circumference of the circle is 2 pi r. So here we get the curved length of the semicircle is equal to pi r. Therefore, perimeter of the garden is equal to two times the length of the rectangle plus 2 times the curved length of the semicircle, that is 2 multiplied by pi r. Now here when we substitute the values of the length of the rectangle and the radius of the semicircle, we get 2. When we take common, here length of the rectangle is 13 plus pi r, that is 22 upon 7 multiplied by 3.5. Now here on cancellation with 7 table we get 0.5. Now 2 multiplied by 13 plus 22 multiplied by 0.5 gives you 11. Now 2 into 24. So we get here 48 meters. Now this is the perimeter of the garden. Hence, we finally conclude our answer saying that the area and The perimeter of the garden is 91 square meters and 48 meters respectively. So this completes our solution.